Hey fam, how are you doing today? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tobi Achudume and you are welcome to a new vlog. If this is your first time here, you are welcome. I'm so excited to have you here with me. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming again. I hope that you enjoyed this vlog as much as you have enjoyed the other one. So this is a get ready with me vlog. I am getting ready for dinner with my friends, and so I just thought to chat a little bit with you. Now I know what I'm talking about because I have talked about it. Okay, so we're talking about friendships and we are talking about forgiving yourself even when you don't feel like it. So I hope that you enjoyed this get ready with me chat, and I will see you in the video. So let's go. So I'm going to prime. I'm going to just do the base of the makeup first before I start my chat, so that I do not waste a lot of time. So I'm using the Milk Hydro something. No, I'm going to say it right. The Milk Hydro Grip Primer. And I'm just going to apply that on my face. Okay, so there has been a buzz all around on the Real Housewives of Lagos. Now, I've never been a fan of the Real Housewives, but I read Portia Williams' book. Portia Williams, I think, is what it's called, and she was an housewife on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and it was a book that I enjoyed reading because it was not just, oh, this is what they do on the Real Housewives franchise and all of that. So I've never watched any of it, but then I saw that there was a Real Housewives of Lagos coming up. They started now again. I haven't seen it, but there has been a conversation on Laura Ikeji, and I was about to say character, but it's reality TV, so it's not character, and Chioma Goodhair, I don't know her surname, and apparently they were having a conversation and they were saying Laura and Chioma could be friends or something, and then Laura goes, oh, she's my friend. And Chioma, who is she's one of the top hair, what are they called? She has herself and a co-founder, they have one of the biggest hair companies in Nigeria and I think UK as well. It's an international hair company. And so Chioma goes, oh yeah, Laura is a good customer. And it kind of got to Laura because she had a whole session on this is the good part of Twitter or Instagram. All of the things that you don't get to watch by yourself, you just see from people's comments and people's commentaries and all of that. So I saw that clip and it was honestly very cringy to see that clip. But then it just made me to think, and there have been so many conversations on this, it just made me to think that sometimes you just place more value on some relationships than you should. And there are some relationships that you think are cooler than they are because you just assume. So I don't follow the two ladies in question. I don't follow Chioma or Laura to the point of knowing who is their friend and who is not their friend. But I feel like at the point where Chioma goes, oh, she's a good customer, you could have just left it as that and just redefine your relationship with her, rather than you making it a whole big deal and saying, oh, you're friends, you hang out, and all of that whole conversation. So I've done my base with my Ezekiel, and I'm going to, what am I doing now? Conceal. Actually, so having that conversation was very cringeworthy, and we do it in all honesty. Like, it's very fun and nice to watch such a clip and just say, oh, that was wrong, or she should have done this. There are different discourse on the conversation. There's some people that say, what's her name? Chioma could have just said she's a friend, and then other people say you just know who your friend is and who your friend is not. Now, to what I want to talk about. Not everybody is your friend. The fact that you have conversations with people does not mean that they are your friends. You should be able to, and you should be confident, actually, not confident. So you should be able to define the relationships that you have. So you should be able to say, this is my friend, this is my acquaintance, this is my Instagram friend. This is, yeah, so they're just different there are different types and honestly levels to relationships, that if somebody doesn't consider you a friend, you saying the person is your friend does not mean the person is going to agree with you and say the person is your friend as well. If you're friends with somebody and they do not know, then maybe you are not friends with that person. If you're friends with somebody, the person should know that you're friends with them. It's not, I think I'm your friend, and then you're not sure exactly if the person thinks the same way or not. There would have been conversations and gist and chats and hangouts that would point out the fact that you are friends with somebody. Now, when somebody also lets you know that this is the kind of relationship that I have with you, then you should be okay with it. And this could have happened to anybody. This conversation could have happened to anybody. It did not mean that Laura was wrong or Chema was wrong, but it just meant that we had different ideas of who we were to each other, and that's fine. But now that we are clear on who we are to each other, then we have to redefine that kind of friendship or that kind of relationship. So there are friendships or relationships that you see, that I see on Instagram, and I'm like, oh, I love your friendship, I love your relationship, I love that. And then we just admire it. But in actual sense, you're not putting in the work to make the friendships that you have be like the friendships that you admire. So that could mean you being there for your friend. It's always important to be there for your friend. Okay, let's blend this out. Yeah, so it's important for you to be there for your friend, and in doing that, then you are working on being or having the kind of friendships that you admire on Instagram. One of the things that I do not play with is being there for my friend. So if I know that my friend is going through something, it's not the time for me to begin to let you also know that I am going through something. I am going to forget that I'm going through something and just be there. It's not a competition of who is going through what, who is doing the best or who is doing the worst thing. It's just understanding that you can be there for your friend and then work towards having those relationships that you admire on Instagram, on Twitter, or TV, or anything. There are so many friendships that I love, and because I see these relationships, and I did a whole series on the Smart Money Woman, and it kind of changed my idea of what friendship is or what friendships should look like. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about, the whole conversation on friendship and who's your friend and who is not your friend. Another thing I wanted to talk about was, I don't know, now that Abattoir season 4, I think it's season 4, season 3, I don't even know the season, is done. What am I going to be watching on Sundays? I am extremely bothered about that, because it was a series. It was a series that I really was looking forward to. And if you don't know what Abattoir is, it's a Mount Zion MZFM Films production, Mount Zion Films production series. Yeah, that was on YouTube. It's still on YouTube, yes, on Damilola McBamnoye's YouTube page. And I grew up watching Mount Zion movies. Actually, it was when we got to the age of, I don't want to watch Mount Zion movies again. I don't want to be singing I Am Matanga and all of that. But then during the pandemic, when we were locked down, I kind of felt excuse me. I kind of found myself watching it again, and yeah, I just enjoyed it. So when they started the Abattoir series, I started with Abejoye. I loved that one, still love it, and it's one of those things that I go back to watch, and I'll come to that conversation soon. But watching so Abattoir is one of the series that I absolutely love, because it's not just entertainment, and that's one thing about Mount Zion movies. It's not just about entertainment, but it's also passing out the message of Christ to you. So there were so many things that I can't even say this is what I want to talk about in that series, but I'm honestly contemplating that I'll probably start watching it from the beginning again from tomorrow, because it was just that good. Anyways, if you've seen it, please let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it, can I tell you to go and see it? And let me know if you enjoy it as well. But then from that series, I'm literally what I want to just talk about from there is the last episode. The last episode was mind-blowing. And mind-blowing because actually the last 2 episodes, when oh my god, Martin's real father, Chief Jewelllez, when Martin was preaching Christ to him after the whole I don't want to talk to you about Jesus, because, and we do that, a lot of us do it actually. There is somebody that offends you, upsets you, and you know that this person does not have Christ, and then when you're supposed to be preaching Christ, you're like, I want you to pay for all of the damage that you have caused to me. I'm not about to preach Christ to you and meet you in heaven. No, a lot of us do that, and I hope that you stop, because heaven is the goal. But okay, I have to hurry up now, I have a few minutes. Martin got to the point of actually wanting to talk to his father about Christ, and then his father starts to judge himself, and that's another thing that we do. Now, Chief Jewelllez did not have Christ, he was not a Christian, he didn't even want to know who Jesus is and all of that. But then, one thing that stuck out to me was the fact that Martins had told him that Jesus was able to forgive you and cleanse you of all of the atrocities that you have committed, and then you can live a new life with Christ. And it goes, and obviously Martins is the one that suffered the brunt of all of the atrocities that the chief had done, and Martins tells him like, I have forgiven you, it took a long time but I have gotten to the place of forgiving you. And the chief goes, yes, even if you've forgiven me and Jesus can forgive me, I cannot forgive myself, because all of the things that I have done are just too much for me to just let go. And I was like, this is actually true. Now, this is not in any way telling you to go on sinning, no, but it is telling you that there will be times, okay, because we are human and we are living in the world, not of the world. Because we are living in the world, even if we are not of the world, the fact that you're living in the world where there is sin lives, there are going to be seasons or moments where you would fall. You would be fighting with something, and when I say fall, I'm not necessarily talking about you lying or you stealing or any of the sins, that the 10 commandments and all of that. I'm talking about even deeper things like unforgiveness and anger and all of that. There are things like that you would find yourself being in, and because you know, now the chief did not know, but you know, and then because you also now feel guilty of all of those things, you find it difficult to forgive yourself. If nobody has told you, I'm going to tell you that it is very important for you to forgive yourself, because if you do not forgive yourself, you're only going to be putting yourself in the bondage of unforgiveness. We talk a lot about the bondage of unforgiveness when it comes to other people. So like if somebody offends me and I do not want to forgive the person, everybody knows that you're putting yourself in a cage, that you're taking medicine for, you're drinking poison for somebody else's, and you are taking poison and expecting somebody else to die. With not forgiving yourself, it's basically the same thing, except that you're taking the poison for what you have done, and you're expecting that you doing that is going to lead you to Christ. It's not going to lead you to Christ, because what Christ needs is for you to forgive yourself and then make sure that you do not go back to those to that sin or the mistake that you have made. Basically, apart from the fact that you're seeking forgiveness from Christ, it is also important for you to forgive yourself, because forgiving yourself gives you the opportunity to accept and receive the love of God. If you do not forgive yourself, you're not going to experience, not that Christ has not given you that love, but you're not going to put yourself in the position to receive it. and enjoy it. And enjoying it is the place of you knowing that you sinned, you made a mistake, Christ has forgiven you and has given you the opportunity to not make that mistake again. And so leaving yourself in the stage of unforgiveness, and I've been talking a long time holding this eyeliner and doing nothing with it, but if you leave yourself in the place of not forgiving yourself, you're opening yourself to accepting that as a flaw and living in it. When you do not forgive yourself and you're like, after all, I have made this mistake and I cannot forgive myself because I know that I have hurt God and I am not ready to let go of it because it's just damaging. You put yourself in the position, or you open yourself up to situations where you feel like, I have already messed up, so there is no point in me cleaning up this mess. I could as well be living in the mess that I have made for myself. And that is a very dangerous place to be in, especially as a Christian or as a believer. So it is very important for you to not leave yourself in that position. Forgive yourself, accept the forgiveness that Christ has given unto you, accept the love that he has given unto you as well, and make up your mind to not go back to that mistake, to not go back to that error, and make sure that you're living right. I'm going to finish up this makeup and then I'm going to come back. Okay, so I'm done with my, I wanted to say base, but it's not a base anymore, my makeup, and I wanted to show you these 3 new lipstick that I got from Jewelllez Palace, and I absolutely love it. Again, okay, actually I saw one on her and then I told her that I wanted that one, and I got 2 other colors, which weirdly I did not have this color of lipstick anywhere. Okay, so this was the one I actually wanted. This is number 10, this one, and I'm not using this today. I'm not using any of this today, but I just wanted to show you that I got 3 new colors that I absolutely love. I did a swatch of them, and I'm pretty sure I've told you that these lipsticks do not move. They do not go anywhere because I swatched on my hand and it took a long time for it to come off. This one, this kind of looks like, I don't know, I've been gravitating towards nude colors recently. I don't know why, but I just love how they look. Actually, maybe I should use this one today. I don't know. And then this is the one that I saw her use and I loved it. Again, a family of nude. But anyways, these are 3 new beautiful colors that I just got. I'm probably going to use this one today. This one, that's the number 29. This one is number 3. And of course, you're going to see me use them. I'm going to just use this one today. I did not plan to. I wanted to use my regular nude one. This is the one I wanted to use, but now I think I want to use this one. So I'm going to just see how this applies. I'm going to line my lip first, obviously. And then, so we're trying this together for the first time. Let's see. Ooh. So this is how it looks. I love it. I actually love it. Maybe I love it a little bit more than this. Actually, this is still my favorite. I love this color. It's just the perfect nude for me. But this is nice. I like this one. So if you want to get this lipstick, this one I used today is the number 10. Sorry, 29. So this is number 29. And this one, which was the one I had before, 28. Oh, okay. 28 and 29. They are absolutely, and they do not move. When I say they don't go anywhere, they do not go anywhere. I'm going to actually go and change now so that I am not late. It's a walk. I'm walking to the place. It's 20 minutes from my house. Okay, so I am all dressed now. So okay, so I'm in the elevator now, heading down, putting on this, and yeah, holding my jacket because it's not so cold.